Alright everybody, we're jumping into the next video in the car audio of the Avalanche. So currently, as I said, Morel Maximo 6s in the doors. I'm going to try to take the door panel off. I kind of want to play the system a little bit to see, do I have a rattle noise that's been annoying me with the door panel off? If I do, then I'm going to chalk it up to the speaker and or something in that area, because this rattle's been just plaguing me. It happens on both sides. That's why I almost think it's a mechanical issue with the speaker. So I have new speakers to put in and a new amplifier, and I have to try to do all that routing and everything, and it's in the pillar as well with the tweeter, so I'm gonna have to pull my gauges back down and situate all that. So not the most exciting part of this, but I will be doing some sound deadening too. I bought some materials, so hopefully all goes well. I'm gonna pull the door panel off, start doing some of that now that I have the Honda to drive. I don't mind taking a little bit of this stuff apart. So yeah, anyway, back to work. So I got the door panel off and I went ahead and took all this plastic off. You can probably use yours as a template, because I already had, oh, the door's gonna close on me, but I already had pieces of this for my other truck that had the same style thing here. And essentially these doors get moisture in them, you know, like any other door. So you have to make sure that you seal off the interior components that aren't made to be in that moist environment, like the window regulator and funny enough, the speaker, which, you know, probably doesn't do so well down there. We're going to take a look at what the speaker looks like and what the connections look like on the speaker when we take it out. We may have to redo, well, we're definitely going to redo the terminals, because the other speakers, the Morels, they're different than the Morels, that's for sure. So as far as being in the way of the window, I don't foresee that being a problem. It's way over. The window track is on the other side over here, so we shouldn't have an issue with it being too deep. I think we have enough depth for this speaker. If we don't, we'll have to build it out a little bit, but those other speakers are pretty large, so we'll just make sure that we don't hit anything inside of there. And I would like to wrap all these harnesses in our fabric tape, try to keep them from vibrating, which that'll keep the noise down, and hopefully, you know, who knows what's vibrating? Could be this. Could have been this in the door the whole time. So I kind of want to play the system like this once I get this off and see what kind of vibrations we get. And yeah, just take a look at the speaker too. We're gonna check it out. So developments here. I began doing all kinds of nice fabric tape. I did the whole mirror harness here. It's all nicely fabric taped and all redone in fabric tape, so it shouldn't rattle. I also realized that my speakers are all full of water, so that's cool. I started playing it with the door panel off, and it was just shooting water out, which was funny. That was really good. It was dripping out the bottom, and I realized that when I hold the hose to this thing, all the water goes, I took the mirror out so I could see where it was going, but all the water essentially goes right in here, right down this little hole here, and shoots right in, comes out of here, and lands right on top of my speaker. So I've just been putting water right on top of the speaker this whole time. So that's unfortunate that those speakers are full of water. I'm sure that's not good for them. So I'm going to try to alleviate that. I'm going to try to seal it on the outside, try to keep the water from getting in as much as I can, and then as a secondary measure, I think I'm going to build like a shield that goes over the top of the speaker so that no water does get onto the speaker, because that is not good. So we'll see what we can do about that. For right now, I think I'm just going to do some basic sound deadening. I'm going to try to hit the outside of the door, try to keep it from rattling. I'll do a little before and after tap test, and yeah, we'll see if it makes a difference or not. And then I have my other piece that should go across this whole section here, and it'd be nice if I could put the wires on the outside. So I'm going to try to feed the harnesses through wherever I can, and yeah, not encase the harness the whole way. So we'll see. So it's dark now, but I decided I'd make a little progress here. I kind of have an idea for what I want to do about the water with the speaker, and so hopefully that plan works out. But otherwise, I did some sound deadening inside. I put all my Noiko sound dampening stuff in there, rolled it on with my roller, and where I can't get it with the roller, I just use the handle to kind of push it. But I put some of the nice stuff, sound skins, behind where the speaker goes, just to give myself a little bit of I don't know, soaking up the wave a little bit there, get a little less reverb. And yeah, I got just about everywhere I could. I got it on the top too, so just going for decent coverage, nothing serious. I didn't go crazy close to anything, just trying to do a decent job. Mosquitoes are out already, but yeah, so I'm gonna pack this thing up for tonight. I'm pretty much done. That's that. I got this big piece here that I cut out. I still got to make a lot of finishing touches to this thing, but this will be going on too, and it'll seal off the whole door, make it into sort of a big speaker box. Hopefully, should look pretty sweet too. So this is my solution to the rain situation. So what I got here is these little umbrellas, I'm calling them, that I made for the speakers. So what I did was I took the SoundSkins Pro boxes. See my chill in the background. I took the SoundSkins Pro boxes that they came in these little tubes, and I cut them on the chop saw, and then I cut these little rings out of the top to add them to here, and that should give it a little bit of rigidity, give me something to mount it to the speaker bracket. I'm going to use the bracket and clip it in from the backside and have these attached to that, and these should overhang and shade the speaker of any water getting into it, and hopefully not impede on the sound quality or anything like that, as long as they fit in the door and everything. That's the main thing. So that's what I got to do. Hopefully all this works, and I'm going to do a little something with the door too. I brought home a little bit of strip caulk, and I think I'm going to try to fix this. I taped it up because it was going to rain. I didn't want to get additional water in the door, but I think I'm going to try to tape up this little section here, get some strip caulk in here, because the window rides here, and as long as I don't mess with that, I should be okay as far as sealing this whole gap up, because I think this is where the majority of the water is just coming and running in. So if I do this and put those little speaker covers on there, I think the amount of water coming in to the speaker will be hopefully minimal. So I'm going to try to patch that up, and then once we're all set with that, we can carry on. I'm going to go get the keys for this and show you guys the little bit of sound deadening that I did, and see if we can get a little more roll out of it now that this thing's been sitting in the sun. It's not that warm. It'd be nice to get a nice warm day. It all lays nice and flat, and we can really get it stuck on good. So I got a new tripod, and I got a new dead cat. So you can see the tripod is flexible once again, so I should be able to set it up more places and have it, you guys watch what I do more so, rather than me just talking about what I'm doing. But here I am talking about what I just did. So I did seal the whole door off with the SoundSkins, and hopefully this dead cat's working because it's super windy. But I sealed this whole door off here, and it looks really good, honestly. I'm happy. I got, some holes. Some of these have flaps. These two don't, just because of the way I cut it, and I fixed that on this side when I was making the one for that side, but I'll get to that. So I have the speaker in. I have one of these silicone rings here. I don't know if I showed you guys these, but they're really cool. I was making this whole fiberglass situation, and then I just decided against it because I have this that I bought, and it's way cooler. It's gonna seal to the door panel, and it has waterproofing in the back. So So I ran the wire through, and that comes to the crossover right here, and I have all the wires running in here, and I tucked him up in here. Some zip ties. I'm hoping he won't rattle. I may shim some foam in there, and I'm just going to try to tape this guy up and get it all out of the way. I did have to remove this, but I'm hoping that it won't be too big of a deal here, and I don't think it will be. So I just got to, you know, basically put it together, see if I have any rattles, and chase after those. So just going to get this thing all buttoned up, but I think this should help a lot with all the rattling and you know, panel resonance and all that stuff. So it should have really good mid bass, at least I hope. So I'm just gonna loosely put the door panel on, which I don't know if I showed you guys the back of this thing, but I got it all sound deadened, the flatter areas that I needed. Everything else is probably rigid enough, so hopefully that takes a little bit of the panel resonance down. When this door is all assembled, it's heavy now. Like this door, it feels like I added a good amount of weight to the doors, I'm not gonna lie, but in turn I kind of like it. It feels pretty sturdy. Alright, so that door panel fits. I did do a screw in here, down in this one, and I put the one in here as well, and this guy goes in, and it seems like everything's working nicely. So unlock, and it locks and unlocks. I had a little trouble with this rod. I gave it a little bit of a tweak, and I just chiseled the corner of the plastic piece off underneath it just to get a little bit more room for the rod. I don't know if I tweaked it down here or something. When you do custom work like this, you're always going to have little issues, but you saw it was a little bit difficult to put the door panel on, but really you can't tell here. There's a bit of a gap up top, but in reality, you know, you can't really tell when walking up to the vehicle, and I don't care. But, you know, definitely sturdy. The door panel feels nice and solid. It feels like it's totally secured. It's actually probably tighter than it ever was. But, you know, if I were to go sit in here, this door is going to thud nicely. So, yeah, that's good. I still got to fix this thing because it's always popping out. So, got to get that fixed. But for now, I just want to make sure everything works, and then I will try to fix this a little bit better. But yeah, I'm happy with the way everything's turning out. You can see my speaker in there. I'm gonna maybe try to shine a light and see if I can see if the speaker's actually sealing on the door panel or not. I think it's pretty good. It looks like it's pretty close, so I'm excited. I think it's gonna be nice. So yeah, hopefully it sounds good. I'm gonna get to work on the other side, which is probably gonna take me a while. I might just time lapse it. I just gotta get the speaker installed. I really gotta run the wires over there and everything, so I'm kind of just gonna try to jam and hopefully try to get something done tonight on that. And then once I have both speakers in, I will wire them up and tune the amp. I don't know if I'll get there tonight though. Anyway, I'm going to get to work. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys these rings. So these are the rings that I'm using. This is how far back it goes. So it totally covers the back with silicone, and the front folds out like this. So you got your front section and your rear section, and it also serves as a gasket, a nice seal. So all in all, really awesome product. It's like these are a knockoff of like some kind of good brand, NGX or something like that. I think these are just like a knockoff of that, but it's a good knockoff. They're nice, so I'm happy. Got them on Amazon for like 20 bucks or something. So I'm just gonna get back to work like I said, but I just wanted to show you guys those before I fully install it because these are pretty cool. The speakers are installed. It's kind of the main thing, and then the sound deadening, which you guys saw on the other one. I'm just gonna repeat that process over here, and just basically cutting it out, mocking it up, and making some cuts. So I got to do that still. I did wire in the crossover over here, so I was able to take the stock satellite radio thing out of there and throw this in its place. So there's plenty of room in there. So now I'm pretty much all set. And the tweeter, this is what I did for the time being. I'll paint that, I think, but it looks pretty decent for now. I don't mind it being white. Alright, so the truck's running right now. I've got my phone hooked up just via Bluetooth. I've got a frequency generator, and I have everything's unplugged. So I'm gonna play this frequency right here. This is 1000 hertz. So that frequency is playing, and if you look over here, whoa, we got to change the scale here. Put on 5 volts, and then maybe get this. Not really sure. We gotta try to get this. Hard to see. Alright, let's mess around with the gain here. So we've got, let's see, channel A. We have all our filters off. The gain is, that's all the way down. So we're looking at no voltage there. And this one is all the way down as well. So we're on channel A. So we want to be on 2 channel. I don't know if you can switch that while running, but I just did. So we switch it to 2 channel, which is what we are trying to do. And so now we're gonna turn this gain up here until we start to see some voltage on the line here. So here we go. Yeah, I was just hoping it would stabilize a little bit. Seems like it is, but it doesn't. I'm gonna try to get my other multimeter because it doesn't. This is auto ranging and it goes really fast. So let me try to just get a better idea with the other meter. I think it's pretty close, but I'm gonna get the other meter. Okay guys, so it does stabilize with the other multimeter on it. Let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if you can see this meter all the way over here. I'll put the leads on, and when I hook it up, no, the other meter's shutting off. When I hook it up, it does shoot to right around 20. You know, maybe just a little bit north of 20, but that's okay. Should be fine. So yeah, we're looking at 20, and our waveform looks pretty good on here. If I try to get in nice and close, it's really hard to tell. It like distorts now and again. So I demoed the system last night, guys. I did a little demo for my brother and for my dad, and we all thought it sounded amazing. So only this one side is really done. Still gotta fix this. This door is so much heavier now. Still gotta fix this setup here. I don't know if I'm just gonna put a little bit of strip caulk on here for now to hold it on, but when you close the door, it pops off. Just because I broke all the clips on this thing because I'm a I don't know, an idiot. Anyway, the other side is all set to throw the piece on. I tested it, like I said, and it really tested very nicely. It sounds amazing. The clarity is probably the best I've ever heard. I've heard quite a few pretty decent sound systems. I mean, nothing competition level, but this is probably one of the better systems I've heard. And it's good because it's mine too, and I really enjoy the 8-inch sub. I think it's like a good amount for this vehicle. I gotta unlock this thing, I guess, but yeah, it's not too much for the vehicle. That side doesn't have a lock over there, so I have to come over here and I don't know if I can even hit that thing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to have this thing all back together. It'll be very nice once it's back together. So yeah, I'm just gonna mock this piece up. I already cleaned everything off. the system's done, I'm not going to show what it sounds like, just because you're not going to get the idea from a GoPro video anyway. It's kind of pointless to even show you guys what it sounds like. It's starting to rain right now. This thing's pretty much all open. I've got everything put back together. The whole interior is in. Let me get my light. And it's looking really good. Everything is the way it should be. I really don't have too many rattles. I'm pretty confident with the job, and I'm happy. I just gotta fix the water leak because I got water coming in, so I think I gotta put a new windshield in this thing. I think the windshield's leaking, so I gotta get that situated. But otherwise, this thing's a champ. Just gotta dry it out here, and I'll bring some of these trim pieces in. Just nice and wet carpet still. I'm gonna let that sit overnight. Hopefully not much more water gets in there, but that's it. Those doors are nice and heavy. So yeah guys, that's it. I'm satisfied. I did the tuning. I didn't do such a great job. I was a little bit unsure of what I was doing, but I ended up getting it figured out in the end, and it worked out for me. Basically, I got a whole bunch of calculations downstairs that I don't know if I went over or not, but it's a whole different ball game. Maybe I'll go over it in another video to make a tuning video, but there's plenty of good videos out there on how to do that. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this clip. So I'm going to try to focus on, I've been cleaning my garage up a little bit. I want to try to get this bus out of here. I got to make room for some more projects, and the bus is not a project that I want long term, so I need to get that thing out of here. So I'm going to try to jump on that. Just enjoy driving the Honda for a little while, and enjoy listening to my sound system, and try to just tap some other things around here. Now that everything is all up and running, just focus on some other stuff. So I'm going to do that, and Naomi's sound system as well, and work on maybe Jake's Tahoe and some stuff like that. Just kind of give my projects a little rest and enjoy them, and try to make some good videos of the Honda driving around and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get some stuff sold, get rid of all the Silverado parts, and try to get the tranny kit ordered for the bus and get that thing out of here, and just, you know, clean everything up, do a little spring cleaning, if you will. And so bear with me guys, but I'm gonna try to make that happen. And thank you if you guys made it all the way to the end of this long video. I appreciate it, and I'll try to, you know, make it entertaining for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll show you guys the sound system pretty soon. Peace.